and trying to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. And I appreciate Prabhuji for continuously taking classes on Srimad Bhagavatam. What is a bigger gift than one gets a Srimad Bhagavatam nectar in life? Nothing bigger than that. So I'm very fortunate that I'm among such an exalted, nice devotees, all of you. So I will try to serve Srimad Bhagavatam by reciting few of the shlokas mentioned in Canto 4, chapter 24, from 54 verse till 59. Okay. So this is a chapter in which Lord Shiva is doing prayers and teaching to the sons of King Prachin Bhaishat Prachetas that how can one achieve Krishna. So this chapter shows how Lord Shiva is also surrendering to Lord Krishna. There are people, those who say there is a trinity called Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. And these three are the gods. One is known for generation, another is known for operation, and then another is for destruction. So Vishnu is a generator, Brahma is a generator, Vishnu is an operator, and Shiva is a destroyer. But this trinity also comes from Krishna. So this is called as Guna Avatar. So Krishna takes a Guna Avatar in the form of Satoguna. Krishna expands himself as Vishnu. When he takes the Rajoguna Avatar, the mode of passion, and that Krishna incarnates himself as Brahma. And when he expands himself in the mode of ignorance, then it is called as Shiva. So it does not mean that Shiva is in mode of ignorance. Shiva is the expansion of Krishna from the mode of ignorance. It's a divine mode of ignorance to purify people from their ignorance. Shiva's duty is to make people free from their ignorance. So he is not in ignorance. He is serving to make people out of ignorance. Like a person who is serving as a jailer in a jail, in a prison, and he's a head of the prison house. So he's also in prison, but there's difference between the head of the prison and the prisoners. So we people are the prisoners of this material world, but Lord Shiva is not a prisoner. He is there serving as a head of the prison house to make us people out free from this material world. So we should not think that Shiva is like other demigods like Indra and Surya, Chandra. So he is among the head of the demigods, but Shiva's tattva is a different tattva. He is none other than Krishna, and he is not equivalent to Krishna. So how do we understand? He incarnates into Guna Avatar, the three mode of material natures avatar. So one is Shiva. So when devastation happens, Brahma ends his life. But Vishnu and Shiva never ends their life. Vishnu always stays back and Shiva also stays back. But the kind of Shiva also has many expansions. So we might have read in Canto 3, there are 11 Rudras. When you go down to the planetary system, vertical planetary system, there are lokas of Rudra Loka, where lakhs of Shivas and Rudras are there. So what kind of Shiva is talked about who never finishes devastation is called as Sadashiva. Sadashiva is also four-handed Vishnu and he stays in Vaikuntha. So in the incarnation of Krishna, when Krishna expands as Balaram, then Balaram expands himself as Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarsh, Chaturvyu. This first Chaturvyu. Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarshana, Vasudev. And then expands Sankarshan into Narayana. Then Narayana expands again into Chaturvyu, is called as Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudev. And then Sankarshan expands himself into form of Mahasankarshan, it's Mahavishnu. And then Mahavishnu expands himself in two forms. One is Sadashiva, and another is Karunadakshayi Vishnu. So Karunadakshayi Vishnu is the originator of the complete creation. So he is the provider of the raw material to Brahmaji, and then this creation come into existence. So whatever the creation raw material provides is called as Mahatattva in the womb of Karunadakshayi Vishnu. When it comes out, it's called as Pradhan Tattva. And when it is created, it's called as Prakriti Tattva. So these are the three things. But it is one, but name is different. Like A child till the time in the womb of the mother is called as embryo. When it comes out, it's called as a baby. And it's grown up, it's called as child. So similarly, when it is the womb, the raw material is at the womb of Karunadakshayi Vishnu is called as Mahatattva. When it come out into existence, it's called as Pradhan Tattva. But when Brahma takes out the raw material, utilizes the earth, fire elements, ether, air, and creates this creation, it's called as creation, Prakriti. So Shiva is the head of that Prakriti. It's called as Bhav, and counterpart is called as Bhavani, Durga. So they both are Bhav and Bhavani to make us cross this Bhav Sagar, the ocean of nations. It's called as Bhav and Bhavani. So they are the leaders. The service is given by God, Krishna, to make us deliver from this material world. But we people never go to Lord Shiva for asking for benediction to make us relief from this material world. We ask for the material engagements. Give me money, give me power, give me good wife, give me good husband, and we want more entanglements. So what Shiva can do? Shiva is Ashutosh. He bestows his mercy very easily. He becomes very happy very easily. So when Prachetas into the forest at that time, their father asked them, go, before you get into any service, you should go for austerity. So sadhana becomes very important part before the seva comes. So there are 5 S explained by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the 5 S of bhakti. First is that you need to have a good health called as swastha, good health. Then comes your S, which is called as sadhana. Good sadhana means good chanting, number of rounds, good lecture hearing, good reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So good deity worshipping, good programs, morning program, associations. So this is called as sadhana, second S. Then comes S, which is called as sacrifice in our lives. So when we do sacrifices in our life, sacrifice like detachment from the material world. We used to have food from outside, but now we sacrifice, we don't eat food outside. So this sacrifices comes. Then comes seva, service to Lord Krishna, physical service, mental service, monetary service. So we do services. And then 5th S comes Sharanagati, the surrender to Krishna. So these are the 5 S explained by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The first is swastha, good health. Then comes sadhana. Then comes sacrifices. Then seva, service. And then Sharanagati, surrender. So these are the 5 S of bhakti. So Lord Shiva teaching that before you enter into service, you need to go for sadhana, good practice, spiritual life. So this is what mentioned in the chanting, the song sung by Lord Shiva is also known as Rudra Gita. We read Bhagvat Gita. This is the Gita, the song sung by Krishna to Arjuna. We hear Uddhava Gita in the Canto 11, the Gita sung by Krishna to Uddhava. And this is called Rudra Gita, where the Rudra Shiva is chanting the prayers to Lord Narayan and what is his expectations. So we'll go verse by verse. The 54 verse is saying, Bhavan Bhakti Matalabhyo Durlabha Sarvadehinam Swargajasyapi Abhimata Ekantatma Vidagati. So my dear Lord, Shiva is saying to Krishna, my dear Lord, the king in charge of the heavenly kingdom is also desirous of obtaining the ultimate goal of life, devotional service. Similarly, you are the ultimate destination of those who identify themselves with you, Aham Brahmasmi. However, it is very difficult for them to attain you. Whereas a devotee can very easily attain you lordships. So here is it explained that there are 2 types of devotees. One are called as mayavadis. You know about mayavadis? Have you heard this term mayavadis? So who are mayavadis? What do you think? Who are mayavadis? Those who don't believe in the form of the Lord. Okay, they are one type of mayavadis. Another class of mayavadis. They want to become God. They are like, they say that we and God are one. Yes, oneness. So the oneness is also mayavad. Many other forms of mayavad. Yes, many more answers required. So those who think that everything becomes zero after death, they are also called as mayavadis. They are shunyavadis, but mayavadis also. Any other answers? Mayavadis. Material world is illusion. Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya. So illusion is correct word, but they say it's false. They say false. Okay, much more.
All the gods are equal.
Yes, this is also biggest mayavad. That Krishna is one form and all the demigods are the forms of Krishna. You worship Ganpati or Shiva or Indra, you are going to reach on the same destination to Krishna. That is also mayavad. Various kinds of mayavad. So the biggest destroyer of this mayavad was Shankaracharya. Though the Shankaracharya was incarnation of Lord Shiva himself, but he gave the philosophy of mayavad. So why did he do that? Because it comes in Padma Puran, Lord Shiva is saying to Parvati that I have been given this service from Krishna that you go into the material world and filter out those who are the real devotees and those who are only going to God for their desires. If you're only going for desires, you are getting easily trapped by the mayavadis. So it's a net created by Lord Shiva on the desire of Lord Krishna, and Shiva is saying to Parvati that this service is given to me. How can I do this service? Making people away from Krishna. It's very difficult service. So it's when this shloka comes as Mayavadam Asat Shastram Prachannam Baudh Uchyate. So Mayavadam Asat Shastram. This Shastra is Mayava Shastra, which is given known as Shankara Bhashya, the commentary of Shankaracharya, Shankara Bhashya, the feeling of oneness. So we are one with God. God is equal in all the forms. Aham Brahmasmi, me and God is one. So it's very difficult. So Shiva himself is saying in this verse, it is very difficult for the people, those who say Aham Brahmasmi, it is very difficult for them to attain you. It's very difficult to attain you. But still, 90% of the people, those who are on the path of spirituality. Otherwise, we living souls, the Sachidanand souls, Atmas, we are wandering into the material world into 84 lakh species. Out of the 84 lakh species, fortunate becomes the 4 lakh humanly species. Out of those fortunate humanly species, very, very point percentage, they become on the path of spirituality. They start moving. And then on the path of spirituality also, there are so much is going on. Christian people are killing animals on the name of their festivals, Easter. People on the name of Eid, Muslim people are killing animals. So there are people, those who are doing killing, and they are saying we are dharmic, we are religious people. Religion never says that you kill anyone. Srila Prabhupada, when king came to West, at that time, many popes of the Christian churches used to ask, Swamiji, you are saying we should not kill. Where it is written? Our Bible says we can kill. Prabhupada says, no, you cannot kill. Nowhere it is written in Bible. Nowhere it is written in Quran. Nowhere it is written in Vedas. People are killing for their tastes. It's nowhere mentioned. Then father asked, why? How can you say nowhere written? It is written here. The Prabhupada says, read your testaments. Thou shall not kill. That's why we are not killing anyone. We are not killing. Kill word means that we cannot kill human, but we can kill animals. Prabhupada says Jesus Christ was not short of words. If he want to say that you cannot kill humans, but you can kill animals, then he should say, thou shall not murder. But he is using a word, shall not kill. Kill means none of the living entities, 84 lakh species, not even the plants and trees. You cannot cut them. If you're cutting a plant or a tree from the roots, a trimming you can do, but you cannot cut from the roots. If you're cutting a tree also, you are considered as that you are an aggressor. You're killing someone. You cannot kill. So out of the 84 lakh species, even the insects, mosquitoes, ants, we cannot kill any living entity. We will go into the cycle of reactions. If we kill one living entity now, we have to go into the reaction that living entity will become a human and we will become ant, and one day that human will kill us. So before killing a mosquito even, we should think. People nowadays use hits and then they kill cockroaches in their homes, pesticides, and they kill so many living entities. So we should be very, very strict in following, should not kill. So these mayavadis, they say we and God are equal. So this unfortunate people, they should understand that out of so many people, those who are on the path of religion also, they are killing. Then out of those, few people reach to the level that they stop killing animals. Then also comes so many organizations on the path of spirituality. Very, very rare of the rarest come on the path of this, that we will worship Ganpati, Panchadeva Puja. 5 demigods main. One is Ganpati, then comes Shiva, then is Durga and Lakshmi, and then comes Surya, Lord Sun. So these are the 5 Panchadeva Upasana. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in one of his commentaries, mentioning that this is also not like every living entity can worship 5 of them. It's a gradual process. When living entity comes to the path of this Panchadeva Upasana, starts from the worship of Sun Lord. And after, for 1 crore births, continuously worshipping the Lord Sun as the ultimate God. That is called as Saurya Dharma. After many lifetimes gone as a worshipper of Sun God, there are communities, those who say the Sun God is the ultimate God. They are Saurya Dharmi. Then after many births, when somebody recommended by the Saurya, Sun Lord, to the next level, comes to the level of worshipping Ganpati. That is called Ganpatya Dharma. For many births, somebody will keep worshipping, bringing Ganpati on the festivals, keeping for 10 days, then doing Visarjana and Siddhi Vinayak Aartis, and so many things will do. Then Ganpati will recommend, do not stop here, should go further to my mother, Parvati, Durga. Then the goddess Kali, goddess Durga. Then after many births, he will reach to goddess Kali, Durga. Then he will become a staunch follower of goddess. And he will do worshipping of goddess. Goddess is everything. Ma is everything. Durga Ma is everything. After many years gone, he becomes a staunch follower of Durga Mai. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Durga Mai recommend, do not stop with me. Go to my husband, Lord Shiva. Then he becomes a staunch follower of Lord Shiva, Shambhu, Rudra, Stutis, Abhishekam, Rudra Abhishekam. He will do everything to please Lord Shiva. Shiva get pleased after many births, many efforts. Then Shiva promotes, do not stop to me. Go to my Lord, Lord Ram or Lord Krishna. Then person become a devotee of Lord Krishna. The hierarchy does not stop here also. Hierarchy goes on because people comes to Lord Krishna but with the desires for a duty. Artho, Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. For inquisitive people comes, knowledgeable people comes, people in the miseries come, people for money and desires comes. So out of those Krishna says only Bahunan Janma Janmanante Jnanavam Mam Prapadhyante Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samhatma Sudurlabha. So the word used here is Sudurlabha. Durlabha Sarvadehinam. Durlabha. Durlabha means rare of the rares. And Sudurlabha is very, 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 very rarest of the rare. Will understand, oh, I am going to Vasudev, Krishna, for my desires, for duties, for my demands, from taking out me of miseries. I should go and serve Krishna in the form of getting knowledge of Bhagavatam. Then you will become a devotee and you will come in the classes of Srimad Bhagavatam after so many lifetimes. It's not so easy that suddenly Prabhuji caught you and preached you and you become devotee. No. Already so many lifetimes have gone. You have worshipped Sun God, Durga, Lord Shiva, Krishna for desires. Then you reach to the level of knowledge. And then you come to know that ultimate God is the Nama Prabhu. The holy name is the ultimate God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. And that's why Shivji is saying, whereas a devotee can very easily attain you, but the mayavadis cannot attain you. Though they are also spiritualist people, they are sannyasis, they leave their home, they leave their families, they talk so much on spirituality, they give big, big lectures, but they say, Aham Brahmasmi, I am gods. Aham Brahmasmi. And you can also become gods. So we have many refuting answers. How will you refute these mayavadis? How will you give answer to these mayavadis? If you sometimes meet these mayavadis and they will say, we are the best. So how will you say that you are not the best? You are mischievous by Shiva. You mischievous activities done. You are cheated by Lord Shiva. How will you explain? So their analogies we will take one by one. First, Mayavadi says, like Mataji explained, that formless. God is formless. So how will you give answer that God is not formless? Do you know how to answer? What do you say answer? God is formless or formful? We know God is formful, but how will you refute that God is not formless? What you will say? Anybody?
Who created our body? What do we look like this? Reflection.
So they say that God is ultimate and He can create anything. He is ultimate. He is unlimited. Don't make Him limited in a form. He's unlimited. Asimit. What do you answer? So that's why His presence is everywhere. So He's formless. He's everywhere. How can we everywhere? We can't be everywhere. So and that universal form also in the commentary Srila Prabhupada writes, the universal form is also for the Mayavadis, not for the Bhaktas.
So from their pastime, the Leela, like Krishna, all the...
So they don't believe in. They says this Bhagavatam is like stories. They're story books written by some human Vedavyas. Some.
God is formless, can't take form. He is also sort of limiting his potency.
Yeah.
So because of that, you can't restrict him saying that he can't take form.
Yes, this is also one answer, that if he is unlimited, then we can't restrict him for becoming formless. He can be formful also. Yes, very nice. This is one good point. Anybody else wants to say something? Yeah.
So they say that God is formless,
Yeah.
and then they also say that I am God.
Yeah.
Even if they have one form, how can they say they are formless?
Yes. So this is also good that they say that we are formless. God is formless and we are God. So they have bodies, but they have a expectation that when they become the complete God, they also become formless. Once they die, they become formless because they don't believe on that soul has a form. They say soul is formless, so we'll become formless. Yes, bro. Yeah, same time with quality wise, we are equal, but quantity wise we are different. Achintya bheda bhed. But they criticize. Recently, I heard a video of a Mayavadi sannyasi. He was explaining Cheto darpana marjanam, bhava mahadavani nivarpanam, Shrim Kervika Chandrika Vitranam Vidyavadhu Jivanam. So he was explaining Cheto Darpan Marjanam. Darpan means mirror. So mirror means when you see yourself, there is a dust on the mirror. When you clean the mirror, you will see yourself. Means Aham Brahmasmi, you can see us. So again, he says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to say that we are one, but these people, bhaktas, diluted the philosophy and they are saying we are two. In mirror, you see not two people, you see yourself only. So you are God and there's a dust. By chanting meditation, dust will go away and you will see yourself. This is mayavadi. So how will you refute those people? They are taking our shlokas and Gita shlokas and they explain that we are one with God. So one answer to this is very good answer, that the God is complete. In Ishopanishad invocation prayers written, Om Purnam Vidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. God is complete. And whatever comes out of the God is also complete, and whatever remains is also complete. Like if from $100 note, if you take out $100, so mathematics says zero will remain here and $100 is transferred here. But in the case of God, Krishna, if you take out, Krishna is 100% $100 note, rupee note. If you take out $100, so this note is also 100 and what remains is also 100. So that's why God can take innumerable forms or formless also, but originally he remains 100% complete. Because he is taking so many forms in every atom he is, it does not mean that Krishna loses his form. He remains Om Purna Vidam, is complete. So if you say God is formless, is less in something, then you cannot correlate with Isha Upanishads where it says it's complete. If he's less, he can be complete. If he is complete, he cannot be less. So he can't be formless. You can say this answer to those people. They can't give answer to this because it's an invocation prayer of Upanishad, which they also use in their yagyas. Om Purnamidam. Krishna is complete. God is complete. So he can't be less in something. He's complete. Means wholesome. And then Mayavadi says that you and we are one. So if you and we are one, so how can you give class and we hear? If we are one, so we should not hear from anyone because we are all God. So one God, speaking God, one God, hearing God. How this is a contradictory statement. So the hearing God will become one day the speaking God also. So they say Jagat Mithya, Brahma Satya. Brahma is Satya, Jagat is Mithya. But in this Jagat, Mithya Jagat, in this false material world, they eat food coming from the material world. So how can you eat food? Is false. How can you claim your family relations? Because they are also false. So everything does not exist for them. You are alone. Why do you keep families? Mayavadis keep families. So how can you keep family with the world is false? So this world is not false, it's temporary. Ashashvatam. It's not permanent, it's temporary, but it is not false. Like a person is standing in front of a sun and shadow comes, till the time sun is there, person is there, object is there, shadow is there. But shadow is temporary. The moment sun goes away, shadow goes away. It does not mean that shadow is false because the person is true, so the shadow is also true. But till the time, sun is there. So material world, till the time Krishna wants, it's a shadow form of the spiritual world, but it is not false, it's permanent. It is temporary, but it is not false. So this we need to give them answers. Then they say that God is one, and every demigod or whatever way you worship, you will reach to the destination. Yatho mata tatho patha. They say whatever way you plan, you worship, you will reach to God. So what answer we should give for this question? That you worship Indra or Surya. God is one and he has expanded himself in many forms. You worship Allah, Muhammad, or Jesus or Jehovah, you will reach to God. God is one. So what is the answer? Why to worship Krishna only?
Because when they worship any demigod, happiness it will be temporary. They will have to again come back and take it. Whereas worshiping Krishna, they will, Krishna bhavana, then they will have that bhav of praise.
So that is a devotional thoughts. Devotional thoughts are not accepted by the Mayavadis. And 99% spiritualist people you meet in the world, they are Mayavadis. Even the followers of Christianity are mayavadis, because they also believe in the oneness, that we will go and meet God one day, we will become God one day. So Muslims people are also mayavadis. So there are different sects, there are different people, those who are mayavadis. Yes, Prabhu. Me. So, but they don't believe on Gita also. They say there is no Mahabharata.
We can say that if I want to go to a certain city, I will take a train to that city.
Yeah. Yes. For one particular destination, I have to take a particular way out. I can't sit in any train and reach to the same destinations. So these logical answers they accept. They are otherwise they don't accept our Bhagavad Gita shlokas. They don't accept. They argue so much. Argumentative. The people have a mentality. So this we can say, yes, that if you go to one destination, you have to take aboard a particular ticket, particular train, a particular flight. You cannot reach from sitting in any flight and reach to your desired destination. You can't reach. So if you want to go Krishna Loka, you have to sit on a Krishna plane. Otherwise, sitting on a demigod's plane, you will not reach. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Devani yanti. So if you worship demigods, you will reach to demigods. Bhutani yanti bhutajya. If you worship ghosts, you will reach to the ghosts. So you can show that shloka with the logical answer what Mataji replied. Okay. So this is what is mentioned by Lord Shiva. It is very difficult to attain by such mayavadis, but it is very easily for the devotees, those who chant Hare Krishna mantra, Bhakti Yoga, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then in the 55 shloka, Shivji is saying, Tam duradhyayam aradhe satam api durapaya ekant bhaktayoko vanchet padamulam vinabahi. My dear Lord, pure devotional service is even difficult for liberated person to discharge. But devotional service alone can satisfy you. Who will take to the other process of realization if he is actually serious about the perfection of life? So, the Satam refers to the word called transcendentalists, the divine people, those on the path of this. There are three kinds of transcendentalists: the Jnanis, the Yogis, and the Bhaktas. And out of these three, the Bhakta is selected the most suitable candidate to approach Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, who are Jnanis? What do you think? Who are Jnanis? Yogis and Bhaktas. So, three of them are transcendentalists on the path of spirituality, topmost level. But among three, Bhaktas are the topmost. So, what about two? Jnanis and Yogis. Who are Jnanis? Those who read Vedas, scriptures, and they mental speculate and try to understand God by themselves. There is no parampara system. There is no authentic disciplic succession. They are not going through what their spiritual master says. They, by their mental speculation, wants to understand. And Jnanis becomes such a level that they become egoistic also. And then they don't surrender and they argue so much. And even among devotees also. Sometimes devotees, after reading so much of Bhagavatam, Gita and Chaitanya, they take out the knowledge and they become egoistic in their behaviors. Where Bhagavad Gita says, Vidya Vinay Sampanne. If you have real Vidya, real knowledge, that will give you humility. So how will you check that some person is on a spiritual knowledge platform or on a Jnani knowledge platform? Even the scriptures provide you, take you to the path of Jnani. And that's why Rupa Goswami says in a verse called An Avilishata Shunyam Jnana Karma Adi Anavritam Anukuleni Krishna Nushilanam Bhaktir Uttamaha. In that verse he's saying you have to be desireless for a pure devotional service. And then second thing is Jnana Karma Anavritam. You have to uncover that ego of knowledge. Jnana Avriti. Because it's very easily we become Jnanis. If somebody gives some purport or something, we go and ask, Prabhu, How can you say like this? I heard like this. You are wrong. So these two jnanis contradict each other because of their egos clash. We can ask questions, but in a humble state of mind. So it's a way. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya updakshanti te jnanam jnanina tattva darshana. Gita chapter 4 verse number 34. Krishna says how to ask questions. Tad vidhi pranipatena. First surrender to the path or to the person from whom you are asking questions. Then tad vidhi pranipatena. Second is pariprashnena sevaya. You can ask questions but do some service before that. So if somebody on road asks you questions, you should not reply them because they had not surrendered to you. They have not served you. So what do you mean by the service? Like you people are inclined devotees sitting here, hearing from me. This is a service that I am speaking, you are hearing. So you have served me by hearing my class, then you are eligible to ask questions. Till the time somebody is not surrendered, you are surrendered sitting, you are hearing, you are doing some service, you are eligible to ask questions. But the person going on road and raise questions or fingers on you, and what do you think about it? You are not destined to give answer to each and every one. You can ignore, you can say, first you come to my class, then I will answer. You can reject that person. But similarly time we need to preach also. So you can preach someone the superficial thing that we discuss about God, we talk about God, we chant the holy name. It's a very peaceful way of attaining the liberation, attaining God. So please come sometime. You can preach superficially, but do not discuss very deep philosophies with the people, those who are not surrendered. So, tam dur aradhyam, very difficult to worship. Aradhya, satam api, even for the most exalted person. Durapai, very difficult to attain. Ekant bhaktaya. So, ekant bhaktya, we need to reach on a level of ekant bhaktya. Ekant bhaktya means one pointed, yes, ekant bhaktya. One pointed focus on Krishna. It's called as ekant bhaktya. So, once in Vrindavan, there was one Swamiji. He was known as Ananya Goswami. Ananya means no other diversions, focus is only on Krishna. So his name was Ananya, no other, only Krishna. So Ananya Goswami Maharaj is coming, Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. So his palanquin was coming and the palanquin holders were saying, go away, Maharaj is coming, Maharaj is coming. One person who was Vrajvasi, who stays in Vrindavan, having so much of love for Krishna, he was sitting and he said, I will not move from this path because I am Vrajvasi. Krishna is ours. So I will stay here. No, stay away. Maharaj is coming. He is Ananya Goswami. He has never thought of anything other than Krishna. So he says, I will not move. I am also Goswami. What is your name? He says, I am Fananya Goswami. I am Fananya Goswami. What do you mean by Fananya? Can I call the Ananya? Then I will tell what is Fananya. So the Ananya Goswami's palanquin was kept on the ground. Ananya Goswami was called. Ananya Goswami said, who is the fellow? He said, he is Fananya Goswami. He is saying, he is above you. I said, okay, what do you mean by the Ananya? He said, Ananya means that I have never thought of anything other than Krishna. He says, I am Fananya. What do you mean by Maharaj? Fananya? Fananya Goswami means that you think that something exists without Krishna, and that is why you are focusing only on Krishna and other things you are ignoring. But I have never thought that anything can exist in the entire world without Krishna. So he was Fananya. So this is level we have to achieve actually. Ekanta bhaktaya. You can never think that if you see big mountains, it is Krishna. Big mountains. Who is the creator? Like if we see one painting, we go and ask who painted it. There is a signature of a painter below the paintings, and we appreciate who painted it. But the creator who created such a beautiful creation, kangaroos are here. Who created? We appreciate kangaroo, but we don't appreciate Krishna. So this is called that when we go to temple, we worship Krishna. When we go to nature, we worship nature. We say it's a good lake, good trees, good kangaroos, but we never consider that these are also created by Krishna. Oh Krishna, you are amazing, amazing kangaroo. Oh Krishna, you are amazing, amazing lake. Oh Krishna. So if we say this, then we are actually ekanta bhaktaya. From each and everything, Vasudevam Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sudurlabha. The rarest of the rarest Mahatmas, those who see each everything connected to Krishna. So Prabhupada said this only. Somebody asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, how can we see Krishna everywhere? Prabhupada said, you need to have eyes to see Krishna everywhere. You need to see that. Like if I wear a black goggle, I will think everything is black. If I wear a green goggle, I will think everything is green. If I wear a divine eyes of Krishna consciousness, then each everything I will see Krishna is everywhere. Hmm? Whereas people, those who only read Gita, Shlokas, Bhagavatam, they come to Krishna and then they ask, your deities are made up of marble or metal or woods? Because they are thinking God is metal, marble or woods. So, whereas a person who is Ekanta Bhaktya, he is thinking even in each and every living entity, Krishna is there. Vidya Vinay Sampanne, Brahmane, Gavi, Hastine, Shuni Chaye Pashapa Kecha, Panditanam, Samdarshana. He is equally seeing that every living entity is having Krishna inside. So we should worship all the people. We should even worship kangaroo because having Krishna inside. So that is Ekanta Bhakti. We have so many sadhus in our parampara lineage, like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. We keep a picture of him here. Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj used to pay obeisances to the pigs of Vrindavan, to the dogs of Navadip Dham. And people used to ask, Maharaj, why are you paying obeisances to dog or a pig? Maharaj says, I am mad person. I don't know anything. I am just, do not imitate me. I'm just doing, I'm mad. So he was ignoring so that people should not follow him. Otherwise, a lot of people will be followers and then Guruji will be in difficulty because everybody will ask him so many questions. What's the time for doing the sadhana? When I will chant my rounds? When I will read my books? So Gaurkishore Babaji into Ekanta Bhaktya, he paying obeisances to the ants, to the dogs and the pigs and says, Ami to pagal kichu janina. I am mad. I don't know anything. I'm Ami to pagal. Ami kichu janina. I don't know anything. Otherwise, people will ask, if we say that I am paying obeisances because dog is also having Krishna inside, then there will a lot of people will coming, oh, Maharaj is exalted devotee. We should pay obeisances, we should make him as our guru, spiritual master. Please initiate me, please initiate me. And there will be a parampara system. A lot of people will be there. And out of those thousand disciples, only few are actually wants to learn Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, people wants to enjoy the spiritual master also. One devotee came to Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj and said, Maharaj, I am big fan of you. I am a big follower of you. Every time I wake up, I pray your name. When I sleep, I pray your name. I want to come with me and stay in Vrindavan Dham. I have made a big mansion and special room for you. I have written a nameplate, plague card that Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj Kutir. It's a bhajan kutir. Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj says, so what is the prayojan behind keeping me with you? He said, because I want your association, Maharaj. Really, you want my association? Yes, Maharaj, yes, Maharaj. So Maharaj hold his hand and said, if you really want my association, leave your family. Leave your home and come stay with me in the dense forest on the rocks. I sleep on rocks. Come with me. You want my association? I will give you association. He said, no, Maharaj, no, Maharaj. What about my family? You stay away. Maya's agent, you are coming to drag me to the Maya. Nobody can purchase even a single stone of Vrindavan. How can you purchase a big mansion in Vrindavan? You are a Maya's agent. Vrindavan is a Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dham. Nobody can purchase anything in Vrindavan. You can purchase in Uttar Pradesh of India, but you can't purchase in Vrindavan. You are Maya's agent. Run away, go away from here. He vanished. So this is how devotees should understand the mood of Srila Prabhupada. Also mentioned many times, I have 10,000 disciples, but few are actually initiated. Actually word is utilized more than 28 times in Bhagavad Gita. 28 times actually. Initiation, rituals, Mangalarti, chanting, 16 round finish, prasadam, material world is going good, happily everything. Oh God, Krishna, thank you so much. My life is successful. That is good. But Ekanta Bhaktaya, if you reach to that level, then you cannot live happily. You will be always in anxiety. And Prabhupada said that anxiety will purify you. Because you're in anxiety for meeting Krishna every day. If you are settled that I have chanted my rounds, I have taken my prasadam, now I'm going for sleep, there is no anxiety, I'm very peaceful, yes, I'm enjoying, relishing. You are good, but you are not super good. For becoming the super good, you always be in anxiety. When I will meet Krishna, you will cry. When I will meet Krishna. My whole day has gone bad. I have chanted, but I have not met Krishna. When I will meet Krishna. That is called the topmost Ekanta Bhaktaya level. So the Gyanis and the Yogis, they are on the material platforms. The Gyanis are the mental speculators, and Yogis do so many bodily postures, pranayam, asan, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, meditations, but they never achieve God. So above the Gyanis are the Yogis, above the Yogis are the Bhaktas. Yogis also by meditation can reach to the different planetary systems. Srila Prabhupada wrote one book, Easy Journey to the Other Planets. So he says that the yogis also can, by meditating on the moon god, they can enter into the moon planet, but after few years of staying, they have to come back. But if you really want to get into Vaikuntha, then there is no returning ticket, then you have to follow the path of spirituality. But if you want to enter into Goloka, then you have to do the ekantik bhajan. Ekantik means more focused, full, everything connected to Krishna, always in anxiety to meet Krishna. When the day will arrive, then I will meet Krishna. If your son is in school and the 2 p.m. is a time to bring him back from his school, but you are already late because of your work and it's 2:30, what kind of anxiety parents have to meet their children? We have to rush. The child must be waiting for me. He has not taken food since morning. Oh, he will be waiting. Oh, and rushing up. That kind of anxiety every time for every activity. So material anxiety gives you depression and you have to take antidepressant medicines. But the anxiety for Krishna is purifying. And that is why devotees take a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders, making temples, preaching, traveling. So material people says, why are you in so much of trouble? Already taken a path of spirituality, stay home, chant nice rounds, eat prasadam. Why are you struggling so much? Because this struggle purifies us. Anxiety purifies us. And that's why devotees on a higher level, as much as you grow, you start taking a lot of responsibilities of preaching work, making temples, distribution of books, distributing prasadam, and that is purifying actually. So this is what is mentioned by Lord Shiva, that self-realization actually is serious about the perfection of life. Only the bhaktas can attain, and that path is bhakti yoga. And then comes 56th verse. Yatra nirvishta arnam krato kratanto nabhimanyate Vishwam vidhasvayam virya shaurya vispurjita bhruva. Simply by expansion of his eyebrows, invincible time personified can immediately vanquish the entire universe. However, formidable time does not approach the devotee who has taken complete shelter at your lotus feet. So, there's talking about Lord Shiva about the Kala, time. Whenever bad phase is coming, so relatives, friends say, it's a bad time will go away, do not worry. Time is a healer, time will heal every pain, time is the biggest healer. So Krishna says, I am the time, Kalo Asmi in Gita. Kalo Asmi, Kalkram Yathashraham. Everything will be vanquished if I desire, but just by moving of my eyebrows, creation created, and it devastated also by the moving of my eyebrows. So, but what about devotees? In 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there is a time period given that somebody who dies from January to July is called as Uttarayan. In that 6 months, people go to the upper planetary systems. One who dies from July to December he goes to the lower planetary systems. So Dakshinayan and Uttarayan. So Shat Masa Dakshinayana, Shat Masa Uttarayana. 6 months are the Dakshin, 6 months are the Uttarayan. North hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So Bhagavad Gita says, so people become in anxiety. Then Krishna says in 8th chapter, Mam Anusmaranam Yuddhicha. Krishna says, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tyajanti Antakalevaram. One who dies by remembering me will reach up to me. If you remembered something else, if female remembers male, she will become male in next life. And male remembering female will become female in next life. If you're remembering dogs, you will become dogs in next life. So it's also complicated. So we will go to the lower planetary systems, or we will become what we think. How it will happen, the destination. Then, like Bhishma Pitama, he was in the battle of Mahabharat, 10th day, by the arrows of Arjuna. He was already on the grounds with so many arrows, not even an inch space was there, and bleeding was all over his body. And Bhishma Pitama waited for 56 days before he left his body from this material world. And people say, knowledgeable people, Gyanis say, that he was waiting for the good time to arrive, Uttarayan. And then a festival comes, Makar Sankranti in India. And then the festival will come, then Bhishma Pitama left his body. But here it is given that devotees who has taken complete shelter of Krishna, formidable time does not approach to them. The time will not vanquish them. Time cannot do anything to a devotee. Then Bhishma Pitama was a bigger devotee of Krishna. We study in Bhagavatam the Bhishma Stuti in the first canto. So how come that Bhishma Pitama being a devotee of Krishna and still fearful of dying in December month and is waiting for January to arrive so that he can leave and go to the upper planet system, where Bhagavatam says time does not impact devotees. So how to understand this? Actually, this verse is completely perfect, that devotees does not get impact of any time. They die in December or in November or January or February. They will reach to Krishna only. So why Bhishma Pitama was waiting? So Bhishma Pitama was not waiting for the time Uttarayan. Uttarayan word mean a god who protected Parikshit in the womb of Uttara is called as Uttarayan. So one name of Krishna is Uttarayan. So he was waiting for Krishna to arrive instead of the time to arrive. So he wanted to see Krishna and want to get the blessings of Krishna. That's why he was waiting. So devotees wait for Krishna, not for the time to arrive. For devotees, there is no auspiciousness and inauspiciousness. We go and see that before opening any center or a house, people do housewarming ceremony, and they find out from the astrologer which is a good muhurat to enter into the house. Before the marriage, they find out which is a good time for me to become entering the house or doing some marriage ceremony. So we look after muhurats and the times, auspicious times. Do not move in Rahu Kal, do not move in this bad time, good time and bad time. But for a devotee, every time is a Krishna's time. Every time. You just chant Hare Krishna and you do your work. None of the planetary system, malefic planets cannot disturb you anytime. That's the power of Krishna's name. Even I know one Vastu expert, he said that if there is a problem of a Vastu, means your making of your house is disturbed, somebody says that temple should be in the northeast corner and you should sit meditate in this corner, the kitchen should be in the southeast corner, the water tank should be in the northeast southeast corner. So astrologers and the Vastu experts say like this. But that was saying me that in Shastras it is recommended for a Krishna devotee, even Vastu does not work. Even the astrology does not work for a devotee. Because Krishna takes the hold of the devotee, then the Kal does not work, astrology, planets does not work, and then the Vastu does not work. So he has to keep the pictures of Krishna, like Prabhuji has kept Krishna Balaram, Radha Shyam Sundar on all the walls of your house. Whatever Vastu is, everything goes away and the whole house becomes Krishna Loka, Krishna auspicious house. So one should not get disturbed of all these videos coming up, popping up, the astrology and this and that. Nothing impacts it. We have one Maharaj in our iskcon. He has one devotee who is an astrologer by profession. So once Maharaj asked him, "You do professional astrology, and devotees also come sometime to you." Many times Maharaj devotees comes. Though they chant Hare Krishna, but from within they want to know about what is next happening in my life. I want to check. So what is next in my life? So they go, they come. So Maharaj said, "Do you tell them?" He said, "Yes, Maharaj, I used to tell them. I used to tell them. Not now. No, Maharaj stopped telling to the devotees. Why? Because those who carry that something in their neck, no, Maharaj, bead bags. So these bead bags people, I don't understand. Astrological chart says that within 1 year, he will undergo a very severe disease, chronic disease. But that fellow for 1 year not even have cold and cough. That life goes away smoothly. For I say that you will purchase one vehicle, very costly vehicle and a big flat, a big house next year. That person becomes a beggar. That comes to me, Maharaj, 1 year has gone, nothing is happening, no house, no flat. I never understand that astrological symbol says something else and in their personal life happening something else. How does it changes? So later on, he said, I understood that's all because of Krishna is holding the hand. Even if you, Krishna will take away those things which is an hindrance between you and Krishna. And Krishna will provide you those things which is a bridge between Krishna and you. If you are in a very poor state and you cannot achieve Krishna, Krishna will give you wealth. Come to me. On this bridge of wealth, you come to me. And if he sees that that wealth is going on our heads and we are making attached to the wealth, then Krishna will take away that wealth and again become poor. So Krishna's name is Hari. Hari means he snatches everything. Harishyami am sarvam. He takes out everything. Everything means he takes those things which are hindrance between you and Krishna. If a family member also, he takes away. There's so many devotees like Arjuna was attached to Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu was killed at the age of 16. And then Arjun was praying to Krishna, Krishna, what is happening this? Being you present here, it's happening. Krishna says, yes, I want this prayer from you. Till the time the knowledge was there, I spoke Bhagvat Gita, you understood, but you are not applying it. Now it's the time. Apply it. I want to apply it. So these kind of situations arise in the devotee. So what is the power of devotional life? Whatever circumstances arrive in our life, we should not deviate from the path of spirituality. Actually, that's the test times. Testing time comes. And if you fail in test, then Krishna says, oh, he is not good devotee. He does not want me. He wants some material opulences. Then after your lot of prayers, he will give you good health, good money, good everything, and you will settle down. Oh, I'm so happy you left me. I don't want people should follow me. Whatever they want more from me, I provide that and I stay away. Like a child lying in a cot and child is crying. So mother says, okay, you start drinking milk from a bottle and I will not take you because I have a lot of work to do. And engagements are given like that. Baby's been given so many engagements, video games, mobiles. So you stay away and I should do my work. So similarly, Krishna says, give you a lot of things to enjoy, opulences. Stay away, do not come to me. Then after she becomes hungry, she will not like all these things. Then mother will provide some food. Then after eating food, she will again get settled down. But one time will come if 6 hours gone, 6-7 hours, and she has enjoyed games, food, everything, and does not anything making her happy, then she will cry loudly that mom, I need my mother a night now. Then mother will see there is a lot of games, there are a lot of food. Why are you calling me? Oh, I need you. I need you. Then mother will hold in the arms. Similarly, God will also do. Krishna tests us, gives us a problem. We start, oh Krishna, take out from this problem out. Give me some money. Give me power. Give me position. Give me this. Give me that. Krishna says, okay. Stay away. Let me do my works. But when you loudly chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Oh Krishna, please take me out from this material engagement and engage me in your service completely. Then Krishna says, so many things for you are not getting it. No, I don't like this. I don't rejecting. Oh, now I embrace you in my heart. That time will arrive, but you have to reject. The power of rejection should be there. So that is what Sudurlabha. Devotees are very, very Sudurlabha. Hmm. So it will happen. So will it happen with us? Yes, we will go above the time. In the 57 verse, it is written, if one by chance associate with a devotee, how it will happen? If you get a chance to associate with a devotee, even for a fraction of a moment, he no longer is subject to attraction by the result of the karmas or the jnana. What interest that can be have in the benediction of the demigods who are subject to the law of birth and death? So the devotee, sadhu sang sarva shastra kahe, lava matra sadhu sang sarva siddhi hoye. Lava means what moment? Fraction means what? What fraction? Shastra says 1 by part 14 of seconds. 1 by 14th part of a second. So a second is so small, and the fraction of second means 1 by 14th part. It's called love. Lava matra sadhu sang sarva siddhi hoye. If you associate with a devotee for a 1 by 14th part of a second, you can become the siddha purusha, exalted devotee. So what do we mean by association? Do not judge. Sit with an open mind. Listen the complete class. Might be one word, 1 by 14 second comes to you ears and you are sleeping at that time. You missed the chance. Krishna arranges everything. Krishna arranged a devotee from India coming to Australia. Krishna arranged messages to so many devotees. Few came up. Krishna wanted them to come closer to me. Then Krishna planned that today will be a Bhagavatam class. Then Krishna planned this Rudra Gita. This all, nothing is by chance. Everything is planned by Krishna. So I am speaking as a speaker. You are listening as a hearer. And I am speaking and still somebody wants to go. Somebody is watching the watch. Its time is over. How long Prabhu will speak? We have prasadam. So many things going in our minds. And we miss that important point which Krishna planned for our change. That is called the moment of time, fraction of time. So that's why attentive chanting, attentive hearing might be out of, you have heard these examples many times, many devotees have spoken, but it's not important that you heard the story. Today, you will get the adhikar for transformation. Sometimes we read Bhagvat Gita many number of times, then one day we'll understand, oh, it is written here. I was looking for this answer many times. Oh, it is written here. Because now after you're worshipping, praying for many months, years, Krishna is providing you adhikar that now you can enter into the scripture, into this verse, so that you can transform your life. So that's why always be attentive. Lava matra sadhu sang sarva siddhi hai. Then Shiva said, my dear Lord, lotus feet are the cause of all auspicious things and destroyal of the contaminations of sin. I therefore beg your lordships to bless me by the association of your devotees who are completely purified by worshipping your lotus feet and who are merciful upon the conditioned souls. I think that your real benediction will be, allow me to associate with such devotees. So what is the real benediction Lord Shiva is saying? Association of. So we all are blessed by Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna. That is why we are associating together and discussing the topmost scripture of the creation, Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the power, association. So, like Prabhupada said, like Ganges water is celebrated, which eradicates all kinds of sinful reactions. But when you enter into Ganges, then only you get purified. But devotees are like that even if you do not meet them for lifetime, but even seeing them, you get purification. If you meet good devotees, sadhakas. Darshane pavitra karo, ei tomar guna, gangara parasa hailo, Paschat Pavan. Paschat Pavan, when we go to Ganges, we travel to India, we take a car or a cab, we go to Ganges, we take a dip, then Ganges purify all our sinful reactions, and then we come out. But devotees, darsane pavitra karo, ei tomara guna. Just by looking at devotees, your sins goes away. And what to talk about if you discuss Bhagavatam with devotees? Oh, you cannot understand what kind of benediction is this. You cannot understand. It is the topmost thing of this entire out of we have already understood the hierarchy. So many wandering souls in the entire creation, 84 lakh species. See the snakes in these gardens, the kangaroos here, they can never understand. They will also become human one day. Then on the human, they will become a spiritualist one day. Then a spiritualist, jnanis or yogis or bhaktas, they will become bhaktas one day. Then in bhaktas also, one day will come, they will read Bhagavatam. Then in Bhagavatam, one verse will come which will tell us about the ekantik bhajan, the one pointed focus for Krishna. We are seeing everything connected to Krishna and reaching to that level. We have now reached to that level. We are such a benediction. It's not so easy. So devotee association is very, very powerful. And the last verse we'll discuss. The devotees whose heart has been completely cleansed by the process of devotional service and who is favored by Bhakti Devi does not become bewildered by the external energy, which is just like a dark well. Being completely cleansed of all material contamination in this way, a devotee is able to understand very happily your fame, name, form, and activities. Nama, Rupa, Gun, Leela. So the devotee whose heart has been completely cleansed by the process of devotion service, favored by Bhakti Devi, does not become bewildered by the external energy. If somebody becomes angry or a lusty by the external energy, greedy, it means Bhakti Devi is not imparted in the heart actually, till now. If Bhakti Devi is there, you will not get impact of an external energy. Srila Prabhupada said, even if we bring a woman without clothes, thousands of women in front of me, I will not get deviated. That's the power of Bhakti Devi. Then one day, Prabhupada said this, Maya cannot touch me. And they find out that they are worshipping in front of, Prabhupada was worshipping in front of Gauranga Nityananda, and tears flowing from the eyes of Prabhupada, and he was worshipping, Oh Gaur Nitai, please bless me so that Maya should not touch me. Then one devotee asked, Prabhupada, you already declared that Maya cannot touch you. Now why are you praying to Gaur Nitai that Maya should not touch? Prabhupada said that I have faith on Gaur Nitai, that I am worshipping every day, that's why Maya cannot touch me. So I have no power of Maya, but because of the mercy of Gaur Nitai, Shri Gaur Nitai's blessings, that Maya cannot touch me. Radha Krishna's blessing, Maya cannot touch me. Because I am worshipping every day, oh Krishna, please make me always your servant and Maya should stay away. And this happens only in the association of good devotees. This is how we can check a parameter, how much you want the material things and how much you want Krishna. This is a parameter. The kind of, after your 16 rounds, if your mind says, I should chant 2 more rounds, 4 more rounds, after reading 59th verse, if you say, Prabhuji, Prashant Mukund Prabhu, please explain 60, 61 also, it means you're relishing. And if you're holding your breath when the 59 will come and we will over with the class, it means still you need to work more. So the desire for Krishna consciousness is increasing and the desire for material world should be decreasing. That is the parameter which says how much you are growing in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so I have finished over here, Mataji. Hare Krishna. If you have any questions, we can take few questions. Prabhuji, questions we can take.
How to maintain enthusiasm? Know that it's so rare to Bhagavatam. But enthusiasm
Among devotees or?
how to maintain.
So, maintaining of enthusiasm, Rupa Goswami says, Utsahat, Nishyat and Dharya. So, there should be very loving relationship among devotees. They should feel like a family, and the scriptural study should not become like a classroom where everybody is in a very serious mode. Look at the faces of people. Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And we are seeing. So this reaction says, you're not happy for me. Happy means smiling faces, greeting everyone. So that we need to generate among devotees, that we should understand. Becoming devotee and staying away from material world does not mean that we become trees. Trees does not talk or smile or laugh. We should laugh, we should clap, we should engage, we should enjoy Krishna consciousness. Then we can grow together, we can grow. So that the part which I found everywhere is missing. People in material world, they enjoy, they laugh, they do many things. But the moment they become devotees, they become so serious that monotonous type of thing. They read and they cry and they say, what happened, what wrong we have done, I have done this sin, that sin. So when they keep reading, they're becoming more guilty conscious, and they stop coming to classes. That what do we do now? We have already ruined our life, and this is happening. So, but when they come for like we are having celebrating birthdays of devotees with Krishna, we are celebrating marriage anniversary of someone, we are celebrating devotees. If somebody is in trouble, we are praying for that together. So togetherness, actually, Kalo Sangha Shakti. In Kali Yuga, only the togetherness can help. And even in Kali Yuga, what to talk about in this canto 4, Prachetas worshipped for 10,000 years this Rudra Gita. So after 10,000 years, Krishna appeared in front of the Prachetas. And Krishna says, I am not coming because of your Rudra Gita. I am coming because you all were chanting together. You were chanting. And Prabhupada also wanted this, that devotees should not leave iskcon. They should be together, cooperate each other, and stay together. If there is some disturbance also in mind, should not leave. You should stay together. Should always confront in someone that I don't like this part, I don't like this. Discuss, but do not leave. So people leave because they don't talk. There is no space. They don't discuss much things, and the heart becomes heavy, and later on they leave. So I meet devotees. Many devotees personally, when they want to talk personally, they share, Ki Prabhuji, we are not happy among devotees. We go to classes, but we are not happy. I said, why? Nobody give time to understand, discuss our life. So Srila Prabhupada lovingly created a iskcon, and he never did any rejections. So we should not do a managerial classroom, should be a loving classroom. I know you are already doing all the things. I'm just adding on. I know they are beautiful devotees. You have developed so much because of all these things. But as you asked, so for the online devotees and other devotees, I'm saying that we should have a loving group of devotees. No should be serious. There should be happiness among. We are going to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is not a novel that we are reading together, a study book, or study classes, group classes. It is a Bhagavatam. It is incarnation of Krishna. Where is there Bhagavatam? Krishna recites it at home. We are holding Krishna in our hand. People say, I have never seen Krishna. Look at it. Once Prabhupada was in Mayapur, and one devotee came and said, can you show me Krishna? Prabhupada said, for fools like you, Krishna will not appear. Krishna is everywhere. Said, are you thirsty? That fellow said, yes, Swamiji. I said, drink water. He drank water. Did you see Krishna? Said, no, where is Krishna in water? Krishna says in Bhagvat Gita, Raso apyasyam kontve, I am the taste of water. You cannot see Krishna in water. For you fool, Krishna will not come in 400 form having Sudarshan Chakra and Gada and everything. Krishna will not appear. So you have to look Krishna in each and every, that is Ekante Bhakta, connecting everything to Krishna. So when you connect Srimad Bhagavatam as Krishna, then your enthusiasm will automatically come. So among devotees, we have to imbibe the culture of that they should love each other, they should care for each other. So even, I don't know about Australia, but in India, we have a special department, and which is the most important concern of the GBC of the whole world, iskcon. That is called Devotee Care Department, We have all the departments, educational departments, cow protection departments, preaching, prasadam, kirtan ministry, but we don't have devotee care management. So once the devotee comes, he was enthusiastic for 4 or 5 years because his new learning process. Once he learned the process and he cannot enter the deep of scriptures, and he needs support system. So when there is no support system, devotee care is missing, then 4, 5, 6 years devotees deviates, and we find the lack of devotees coming to temples or the programs. So even GBC knows that iskcon is a big bag. Devotees keep coming new, and the old ones, there is a hole below in the bag, and the old goes away from them. New coming, old going. So you want to stay the old devotees, then we need to give devotee care to old also, not to new. For the new we care so much. You take prasadam, we message, come. But for those who are already 20-year devotee, 15-year devotee, we need to care for them also. And if we support, we have to develop this community in iskcon. We have to support system. Otherwise, they look for support somewhere else and they stop coming to the classes. This is what I feel, Prabhuji. Devotee care is important thing. Any other question we have? Yeah.
Probably I missed the point there when you said that 2 types of devotees. You said mayavadi there, and then the second type.
Bhaktas, spiritualists, bhaktas, bhakti yogis. So otherwise in Mayavad also there are differentiations of Shunyavadis, Brahmavadis, Paramatmavadis, and Bhakti yogis are different. But Mayavadis are the lowest and the Bhakti yogis are the topmost, and in between there are many other layers. Paramatmavadis reach to Paramatma, Brahmavadis reach to the effulgence coming out of the body of Krishna. But nobody enters, even the devotees reaches up to the platform of Vaikuntha. But entering into Krishna lok requires lot of efforts. Like Yashoda Maya was doing so much of effort to bind Krishna. Parishram drishtvene Krishna asita swabandhane. By himself Krishna came into the bondage of Yashoda Mata because he was seeing the efforts. So like Prabhuji is giving so much of effort in calling you people and discussing Bhagavatam. So Krishna will bound all the devotees by seeing your efforts, Prabhuji. Krishna, like that. Any other questions? No? Okay. Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Radha Sham Sundar Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shad Goswami Vrinda ki.